Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. On today's video, I will be talking about how I learned the Korean language. So like how I started learning it, the materials I used to learn it, and how to improve your Korean. So I just recently took the TOEIC test in my country, and that was like some weeks ago. And I really wanted to know like my level, like my TOEIC level, like how good I am, so I can improve myself. So how did I get into learning the Korean language? Well, like everyone else, it started from watching K-dramas and listening to K-pop. But for me, it was mainly watching K-dramas. So I got into the whole Korean culture like 2014, but I wasn't really into it till like 2016, 17. Like I started watching a lot of like K-dramas like when I started, and I stopped for a while, then I got back into it. So yeah, like I know when I was in uni, I know I watched a lot of K-dramas because that was the only way I could, distress. I spend my time mostly watching dramas. So I know I watched a lot of dramas, and it was kind of difficult, like understanding it without the subtitles. And one day an opportunity came. So the Korean community in my university planned a trip to South Korea. That was the first time I visited South Korea. When we got to South Korea, I know a lot of us are seeing this meme where so like the meme is basically you arrive in South Korea and you realize there's no subtitles. So basically that was what happened to a lot of us back then. So if you don't know any Korean, then you're going to be very bad at like communicating with people, and it's going to be a bit difficult for you. Yet, so the second time I visited South Korea was in 2018, and I made sure to like know the basics of like the Korean language before I traveled there again. So that's how I started learning Korean. Like from 2017, I started with the alphabet, learning the alphabet, the Hangul. There's so many softwares, no, not software, but so there's so many applications on mobile applications that you could always download to learn. There's Duolingo, but I didn't use Duolingo. I used Lingo there. Lingo there has more detailed information for me, though I don't know about other people, but Lingo there had more information and more like words, and I think the examples they gave were easier to understand and easier to use. So I started with Lingo there, learned the alphabet in Lingo there, and I practiced with Lingo there for like almost like 2 or 3 months. Then I started looking for other apps I could use. Then I found Duolingo, and I watched more reality shows. I used to watch them before, but this time I watched them with the mindset that I'm learning this language and I'm testing to see if I understand what they say. So I started watching a lot of Korean reality shows. Then I also watched like more songs, more K-pop songs, and more K-dramas to test my Korean language knowledge. Then there's something I started doing that actually I believe really helped me a lot in my pronunciation. Is I did karaoke. So I sang Korean songs to practice. Basically, that's another thing I did. There's this particular YouTube page. It's called TJ Karaoke. So that's how I started like singing songs from there. Like, so I'd go there anytime I want to like practice like my Korean. I'd go there and I'll just pick like a song that I know already. Like I know the lyrics, and then I listen to the song first. Then I go there and I practice singing with the words, and it actually helps with my pronunciation a lot. Another thing is I practice speaking with myself. So I spoke to myself, recorded like voice note myself speaking in Korean. Then I listen to myself, then I'm like, okay, so this word is not correct. This is not how they pronounce it. So this is not how natives would pronounce, this Korean word. Then I go back and listen to the correct pronunciation, then I pronounce it again. So that's how I trained myself, and that's how like I studied basically Korean. So now I have gotten to the intermediate, so like I'm like a fresh intermediate. So I still struggle with holding conversations in Korean. Like I still struggle with ending sentences and all that, but I know my pronunciation is better. Like from when I started, it has gotten a lot better because of this things that I did. So for new learners, I think it's very important that you download apps, like especially Lingo there. I 100% recommend Lingo there. So I'd say you download apps that would help you practice, practice and learn. And I think having Korean friends is another way to practice your speaking. And I noticed that if you know how to speak Korean, it will be easier for you to write Korean. And that's like my major issue. I don't know how to speak, like I mentioned earlier. Like I find it difficult with ending sentences and holding conversation. So now writing is also a challenge. So I know that I can read and I can listen. I understand when I hear Korean speak, and I read Korean words and I understand them. But speaking and writing, I still struggle with them. So yeah, so that's like basically the things I did to improve my Korean language, like improve my Korean language skills. And recently I took a class on King Sejong Institute online. The classes at sea, and I think there's actually a registration ongoing now, so you could apply for that. It actually would help you. So if you're a beginner and you really want to improve your Korean language, I'd recommend King Sejong Institute online. I'd recommend downloading the Lingo There app and the Duolingo app too. So that's basically the tips I have for you, and also how I was able to improve my Korean language. I hope this video has helped you. See you in the next video, guys. Have a good day.